point. This game had entirely different music. Poser. Wow. This looks so different, doesn't it? I'm thinking about releasing this game, or just making this game free. Because, you know, nobody's bought it in years. Like $5. I don't... I'm not gonna lose out much by making this free, so I may do so. I have a save. Look at how different the UI is. The transitions are so slow. The tutorial was so plain before too. Really spiffied up like absolutely everything in this game. I haven't. This is fun because I haven't looked at those ages. I've just been working on the remaster. I haven't looked at the original game forever. This is very fun for me. This part's the same. Oh yeah, this is another change I made. So see here how I say the wildlife around here is a bit odd? Like sort of calling into view. Or like calling attention to the fact that these are weird creatures. Whereas now I've made more of a change to that, this is like I'm doing a lot more world building, and I'm like building a coherent, consistent world. Like the people in the game world, like this is a bit of a fourth wall break, basically. The people in the game world aren't going to think that these creatures are weird. These are just the creatures that live there, you know? So that was a change that I made. Also, instead of considering each course an individual mountain, I changed it so that, you know, they're each just courses, you know? Yeah, I changed it to courses instead of mountains. I think makes more sense. Also, we didn't have the no-hit awards at this point. That was a new innovation for the remaster. So that's the old Mountain Climbing Association logo. It looks kind of ass, I'll be honest. And these transitions are so slow. I mean, you can skip them, but still. This was improved a lot. This was the level select screen. Also, this is one thing that I cut. Partially because it caused some logistical problems with making the levels. And also just because I found it a bit unnecessary. Oh yeah, so here's one thing that's different immediately. Is when you hit blocks, you don't hit them just directly above you. You hit them where your pickaxe is. Which, doesn't feel as good. I always thought it was fine, and it was just like, well, that's where the pickaxe is. That's you know, that's where you should hit. But perhaps not. Oh, this was so slow. was, I don't know, was everything so slow? Good. Also, you can't, you can only swing your pickaxe when you're on the ground. Also, can't hold down the button to swing it. Yeah, and this is because I've had a lot of people be like, wow, Super Climb Up feels really good to play, you know? I forgot just how clunky this used to be. It just kind of feels kind of slow and just like plodding. There's a lot to get used to as somebody who's spent the last 2.5 years playing the new version. Wow. Crazy to look at. The signs were so small that... Oh. There you go. It just feels so plain. Oh. Yeah, and that's, you know, the squash... I've been praised for the squash and stretch in this game a few times, and I'm really feeling the importance of that addition going back to this version. Because... wow. It was so stiff and like lifeless feeling, sort of, you know? Oh my god, it's so slow. Insane. See, that's another reason why I got rid of the thing where it like scrolls the level before you start, because like you just want to skip it, you know? It's like nobody was even gonna sit there and watch those anyway. Oh, that only being able to hit blocks sort of like in front of you and like above and in front of you is bizarre. I don't know why I was so confident in that decision back then. I remember I like pushed back on the idea of oh, there's not even a sound when you get hurt, huh? But I really skimped on the sound effects back then, jeez. Yeah, I pushed back on the idea of hitting blocks directly above you, because I was like, well, you know, the pickaxe isn't there, the pickaxe is kind of in front of you. In the remaster, I fixed that by just, you know, not making it quite stick out as far. And also, it's like, nobody pays that much attention to it, you know? Nobody's even paying that much attention anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's so painfully slow. Even the little startup thing is slower. It says go. God damn. This is just a much slower paced game than Super Climb Up ended up being because of these limitations. What do you think, Ruby? You're still there? Oh yeah, you can't swing the pickaxe in midair. That was such an odd limitation, I decided. Especially for flying enemies, it's so obnoxious. These level layouts, like, they feel... They don't even feel the same anymore. Like, obviously some small changes have been made here and there, but, like, largely they're the same. But they manage not to feel the same. Made so many changes. Let's watch this again. The level preview is it's just kind of there, yeah. I don't feel bad that I got rid of that. Like, it's kind of neat. I think the original Ice Climber is even slower than this, though, is the thing. Yeah, this is a weird thing I did over here. That... remaster. Also, look at the spikes! They didn't used to look like... I made them more explicitly look like rocks. In the remaster. I thought these were just kind of silly. Wait, how are you supposed to do this? Like that, I guess. Like, that would make sense with the new mechanics in the remaster. I don't know how that made sense here. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to release this for free. Probably make a little blurb about that. Probably following the stream. This will be up for free. It's just fucking spikes. I don't know. I think I still call them like spiky rocks. But they don't look it, do they? Like, that was still my explanation, is that they're rocks, but they don't look like rocks at this point, do they? They don't look like. Also, my button like prompts were like explicitly Xbox 360 ones in this version. I think I downloaded like a resource pack there. Well, not a resource pack, that's a Minecraft term, but I downloaded a thing that was just like Xbox buttons. And then just like crunched them down to the resolution of the game. This is from before the days when the Switch button prompts were really becoming commonplace. I mean, the Switch was already out when I made this game, so like I could have had the thought to do that. But alas, I did not. Alas, I did not. So fucking slow, Jesus Christ. It kills me every time, it's so funny. God, and this is just really a great way to see how much my pixel art has improved over time as well. Oh, we got the slurks. Oh yeah, that spring was really hidden originally. You can kind of see it in the remaster because of how did the trees now. There were some drastic changes to the art style. Oh, that's so awkward that there's no sound or effect or anything when you get hit by things. It just kind of happens. Oh boy, the animation on the Slork was scuffed back then. I didn't remember how much I improved that. Jesus. Scuffed isn't the term people use now, right? It's chopped. It's a chopped animation. Oh, fuck me. I always described my earlier pixel artwork as a bit MS Paint-like. I think this is firmly from within my MS Paint-ish era. Look at that. Look at that motherfucker. That's so funny. There's no skipping this. You just do it. It was also a good idea that I changed the time into, you know, minutes and seconds instead of just seconds. The fucking Slurk looks so funny. Animation for the pickaxe holding in midair was so simplistic. I really didn't do a lot of like sprite rotations back then, did I? If any, I don't think I did any sprite rotation. Oh yeah, this one you used to have to do like this. I went and tried to like start swinging the pickaxe at it. It don't work like that here. It's really funny coming back this, cause I know I was really proud of this game when it originally came out, you know? Like, I thought I did a great job. And it's funny to come back to it now and be like, I don't know. I don't know, past Laney, I think there was a few things that could have been done better. It's funny, well, you know, because I did come back and do better. But, you know, I kind of had to make stuff like this earlier on to, like, really, like, learn, you know? This was a necessary step in, like, figuring out game dev stuff. I had to make this before I could make, you know, like, Gray Area or the remaster version of this. I mean, obviously I had to make this before I could remaster it, but you know what I mean? Like, this had to come before my better stuff. So I had this little thing that points out the side-scrolling section. This is another one where I was like, I don't necessarily need that. A, because I have the new like level select thing. It shows off what the shape of the level is going to be before you go in, so you like, you know that it's going to be wide before you even enter it. B, people seem to figure out how it works well enough, on their own, so You know, I think I replaced the Borbos across the bottom there with just regular spikes on the remaster. I'll have to come check on that. I switch over to the... Oh yeah, there's no marker for where you can go, or where how high you have to stay with the flag. Which is kind of an annoyance, and that's why that changed. That was one of the first things I did, was add a thing that shows you how far down you can go. Because that was a common complaint with this original one, was like, it's hard to tell where you can go with the flag or not. I think we also changed it so that it makes a sound when you lose the flag, because it was sometimes hard. Like, people already managed to lose the flag, and like I've watched a lot of streams of this. People manage to lose the flag, not realize they've lost it, and then get all the way to the end and be like, and it says bring the flag here, and they're like, oh shit, I lost it. And that's with it marked out and making a noise, so imagine how it must have been in this version. Also, there was no splashes when you walked in the water. Tragic. So this section became quite a bit different with the addition of being able to hit blocks from the side. Also, you are just actually blocked on the sides here. I had to change that partially just because of the change in resolution. But also I didn't like it. I know, right? Hi, Biz. I wasn't sure you'd be around today. I wasn't... I didn't get all the details of your, like, travel stuff, so I didn't know when I'd be seeing you again. So it's good to see you. Currently destroyed? Okay. Hope you become undestroyed soon. Hope I can rebuild you soon. We released it! Yay! There was a great stream of it last night, from Ray the Reviewer game. I had a great time with that stream last night. Honestly, I kind of want to watch more streams from Ray the Reviewer. Going forward, playing my game. Very good, very fun streamer. There's no VOD of it though. I may have to go ask, like, hey, where's the VOD? I want to watch this. I missed the beginning of it too. I wanted to see what they thought of the intro stuff. Thanks, Callie. I was just saying this, that it's really funny coming back to this because I know originally when I released this, I was really proud of it. And now I look at it and I'm like, God, this sucks. How did I release this game like this? Game is ass. Everything I've made since this has been so much better. Yeah. Also, yeah, no hit award, so that's a perfect stage right there. Getting perfect is extremely difficult in, the new version. I know because, oh, what's her channel? Quality Engineering, with the Q, quality, has been going for all perfects. And she's been spending like hours, just like 4 or 5 hours now, just getting through World 1 and 2. It wouldn't be nearly as difficult in this version. So, I think also less fun. I think the difficulty of getting perfect is what makes it satisfying. I'll play through World 1 in this, and maybe a little bit of World 2, and then... Oops. And then we'll play the new one. Also, I've definitely decided, I've 100% decided that my next project is Marshmallow and Fruitland Remaster. Should hopefully be a very short project, and I should have that also released this year. And then some of this year, and next year's main focus is going to be Free Fades. Big game. Oh, fuck me. I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna start on doing some Free Fates stuff. Excited for threats. I'm gonna get you. Oh, fuck me. I'm gonna get you to help me with the Marshmallow Remaster too, Biz, because I know you had some particular grievances in that game. I think that one also, if I went back, like I haven't touched that game in years and years at this point. Well, there's you don't have coyote time in this game. I hadn't been introduced to the concept of coyote time when I made this game. So jumping is very harsh. Meanwhile, in the remaster, people have been praising the coyote time, so... Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at what the fuck is... What was I thinking? What were they thinking? But the they is me. Coyote time era. You're in as always. Oh, for Marshmallow? Yeah. Harmony, this game sucks. Who made this? Who did this? Why does this game suck? I think they should try again. I think they should remake this one. Whoever. You should cut their losses and never touch Super Climb Up ever again. Not worth it. Never soupy nor climb oopy ever again. Oh my god. It also goes without saying, of course, music is a big improvement in the new version. Here we go. Oh my god. Okay, come on, come on. Fucking Jesus. See, now this is a problem because you can't I don't know why I prevented people from swinging the pickaxe in midair. What a stupid choice. Some of these things like a nightmare. There you go. That's exactly what I said earlier, Harmony. That's so funny. I said it looks scuffed, and I was like, wait, that's not the word people use now. It's chopped, right? And it was like, the slork looks chopped, and I was glad to see we're on the same page. Slork is a lovable creature that everybody is extremely fond of in the remaster. This one, everybody's like, who the fuck is that guy? Who let that motherfucker in? Ooh, fancy. I don't think anybody misses these little stage previews. Look at how long it goes on for if you don't skip. This was based on the original Ice Climber, because this. Wow. Here on FlutterBug, we love video games. Every time you go, I get the fucking program. I get the picture, dude. Ouch. It's funny to see these familiar level layouts, but they look like that. Ta-da! Another perfect for the bugs. See, that's the thing, is that if you take damage along the way, it doesn't feel like you did it perfectly, does it? So... no damage award. Definitely a good idea. Look at how plain the background used to be, too. It's the two parallax layers, and they're so, like, small down on the screen. Most of the screen is just plain blue sky. You know, I'm really proud of how my art has improved since, you know, 2019 is the last time I released 2 games in 1 year. I released Super Climb Up and Pizza Time Explosion. See if I can repeat that in 6 and we get Super Climb Up and Marshmallow and Fruit. I still need to come up with a title for the Marshmallow and Fruit. Okay. I'm tempted to call it Marshmallow in Fruitland again. Marshmallow in Fruitland refruited. No, I don't want to do that kind of shit. I hate it when games are re-something. Like my favorite video game trend is the re-thing title. It was fine like early on, like, you know, there was like Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Like there's just like a few of them early on and it was kind of new, so it was like, oh haha. The Spyro Reignited trilogy, you know. Didn't really think about it back then, but now there's just been like 10 million of them. I think that was Club Penguin rewritten first. And there was like Toontown and like... The flag animation is so fast. I keep talking about everything being slow in this version, but that is really fast. It looks kind of shitty too, especially the big one. My flag waving animation skills have improved. And then we just go to the mountain immediately. It's the same fucking song! Wait, it's just the same song! But slow now. Also, the snow used to look so plain, it was just little circles. And the ice is so plain, it kind of looked more like glass. Hitting blocks was such a chore. Less of a chore than in Ice Climber, of course, but still. Not as big of an improvement as you would hope for. Strong winds up on the map. Curios. The flags are so fast? Oh, yeah. I get it, I get it. I understand. Also, I wanted to call it Yoshi in his fucking book in the in the title, but I think Twitch gets mad at you if you put fuck in the title, so I didn't do that. No fuck in that title. But it's there spiritually, like, please know that it's meant to be there. F parentheses ugh. And just everything in this game had such a massive fucking glow up. How plain this looks. Those are my issues with the mountain. That it just looked really plain, so I put a lot of effort into making it much more aesthetically pleasing. I mean, like, there's, you know, I'm going for kind of a realistic snowy mountain type of thing, where it's just rocks and snow, so there's, like, really as much, there's not that much you can really do with that concept. Like, it's gonna be kind of plain, but I at least, like, played more with color and such in the master. So I think it looks a lot more visually appealing. Despite the somewhat plain source material. Well, I say plain, but it's not like a big snowy mountain top can't be like beautiful, you know? So it's Scunthorpe. Something that's really funny. Between YouTube and Twitch is, the Twitch doesn't let you swear in the title. They don't let you flip off the camera. You can do both of those on YouTube, though. You might get demonetized for it, but you can still do it. And like, you know, flipping the camera off, putting like middle finger in the thumbnail, that kind of thing, that's fine. Twitch is like, no middle finger. Much to my chagrin, I often would love to do that. But it is not allowed. Oh, okay. That's really funny because, like, when it comes, like... See how YouTube's been for years now with, like, swearing in the videos? I mean, it's not so bad nowadays. It used to be a lot worse. But, like, Twitch is, like, never... There's never been an issue with that. I can swear as much as I want on here and nothing ever... hitting multiple hit blocks is like just a fucking chore. God. A fucking bitch ass. And I really didn't remember this song. It's so plain. It's just the same. And let's see if I can be the first person to complete episode pizza on stream. I mean, well, I'm gonna see if I can. I can be, because I haven't seen anybody do it yet. And I can do that, so I'm gonna do it. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. I do episode pizza on stream. I'm also gonna mildly spoil something that you get on the extras. I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna wait for people to find that on their own. Because I think I've had enough of Super Climb Up original version. Stage preview. The perfect star also was so... That's just such a plain star. I mean, I guess this also, like, it does feel like a game that was made in 8 months as opposed to 2.5 years. This does have a bit of an 8-month project feel to it. Okay. Now, for the main attraction. Change the category. change that. Sure. Up. It's so nice to be here, isn't it? There we go. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Play as poppies. Default. Yeah, okay, so let's go check out stage 10. And I wanted to see if I replaced the Borbos with regular spikes, because that I did. Oh, it's so snappy now. Oh. Oh, joyous day. The clouds look so much fluffier. Everything is so much livelier. Fuck you. Everything makes noises. What a breath of fresh air. Oh, no, I didn't replace him. Okay. I think I was just getting confused because there's another level that has a similar side-scrolling section, but it does have spikes across the bottom. Oh. Ta-da! Let's compare with those. It, like, this doesn't even feel like the same thing anymore. You know what I mean? I was saying that earlier. I was like, some of these levels, like, don't even feel like the same fucking level. This is one of them. Like, we just played those. Look at how snappy that is. Boom, 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 boom. Remember how fucking slow that took to get through that before? Oh, just bam, 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 bam. Right on in there. This guy doesn't piss me off nearly as much now. Boom. Look at that. Oh, I missed an item. Oops. I was like, I gotta get perfect on this stage. Got an item. Oops. Oh well. What does that message mean? Unenchanted? Huh? Oh, efficiency for Minecraft. Making a Minecraft reference. Pay no attention to the fact that I have I have supposedly cleared levels that aren't unlocked yet. It's just some developer shenanigans. Don't worry about that. No, no. Yeah, we won't. Don't pay attention to that over there either. That's it. Yeah, we're gonna do episode pizza. Episode pizza with the dev. There's a small change I made to this right before release, which doesn't come up often, but it's enough of a thing that I wanted to take a minute to fix it. Anyway, the sound effects on a little bit loud. But yeah, basically, so you see all of the pizza slices falling in the background? I set it up so that they draw in between the parallax layers, so that the depth of the falling pizza makes sense. The way I did that is I had them all just draw, so in GameMaker you have what's called a surface, which, you know, basically when you normally in GameMaker when you draw things, they draw to the game screen. But you can also instead make a surface, which can be any size that you want it to be, any resolution, whatever. And you can draw things to that. And then you can draw the surface to the game world. And so that's a great way to do stuff for various reasons. For example, what I did here, which is that I had these pizzas, which are their own individual objects. And the background is all one individual object that just draws the background layers all by itself. Like the individual background layers are not individual objects for efficiency. But I still wanted the pizza slices to be in between the layers. So I drew the pizza slices to a surface so that the surface could then be drawn in between the layers. But the only problem with that is I had it set up so that the pizzas had picked their depth layer based on their size, so that smaller pizza slices would be behind bigger ones and would look farther away. But the problem is when I started drawing them to the surface... Also, I love how this scene turned out. This is like one of my favorites in the whole game. Yeah, there's a perfect for you. But yeah, so the depth information was lost when I draw them to the surface, because they're not just drawing to the screen like normal, so that it's just the order that they're given to the surface, which is just the order that they were created, which is not necessarily the order of their depths. So to get around that, so basically how it was being done before is there's a function in GameMaker called with, and so you do something with a specific object, which I usually end up doing in the draw event to, you know, as I said, draw things in between other things. And so what I did was, instead of just drawing them all willy-nilly, regardless, like just in the order they were created instead of the depth order, what I did is I just iterated through all of them with a loop. And the loop was based on the depths, so it just goes through all the possible depths that they could be at in order, and then if the pizza slice is at that depth, then it gets drawn. And it's probably a bit inefficient, because it iterates through every single pizza, every single step of the loop. There's not really a way around it with the method I was using. But the data involved is so simple that it really doesn't make a difference. Also, here's a last-minute change I made. This platform I'm sitting on right now was originally a cloud platform. And it was because you have to go through here twice, and it was just too punishing to have to try and time the cloud platform and the spinning borbas. Because the spinning borbas on their own are difficult, and so adding the cloud there was just, that was too much. I watched enough people struggle with it that I was just like, And I struggle with it, so I was just like, you know what? Unnecessary. I'm just gonna make that a permanent platform. But yeah, that was my convoluted explanation for why the pizzas are now in the correct depth order. And also, they fit between the parallax layers. Now I can talk about the story here, which I hope everybody enjoys. So fond of how episode pizza turned out. Get out of here, you fucker. There we go. I've also got quality engineering stream up. Checking in on how she's doing. Also, I really like how these descriptions for the levels turned out. I tried to go for like a old comic book, Pulp Fiction style kind of thing, you know? You're really like hyping it up and using slightly like flowery language, you know? Like old Marvel comics, you know? Or even just sort of like the introduction to like an older like superhero cartoon or something like that, you know? Very pleased with that. And I call them chapters instead of courses. Satisfying. Here's how I incorporated electric fruit juice into this game. The classic, nobody ever drinks electric fruit juice. What the hell is it? I really hope to get to watch somebody stream this part, 'cause I really want to see people's reactions to this. That's part of why I'm playing it now, is I want to see what people think. Also, the innovation that Episode Pizza brings is the ability to break blocks from above. That's kind of the gimmick here. I mean, there's a couple gimmicks, as you might notice, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know which is the correct, so I've just been kind of saying either or. I mean, on Twitch, I feel like Twitch is probably the correct one, because all the tags and such. That's kind of what I'm erring on the side of. Also, I added a sound to the rails. That was like night of release. Like just a couple hours before release, I added sounds to the rails. Like a little spark effect. The pizza phase. Love that line. Just came up with that one. Biss helped workshop the dialogue on this one. Credit to Biss for some of this. The pizza ball is so satisfying, look at that. Especially when it gets electrified. Scrumptious. More stuff over here, yes. I thought there was. Oh no! Crestarola! It's been funny seeing people's reactions to Crestarola's name. Finally made it. Did I miss a pizza somewhere? Odd. I made this jump pretty tricky, didn't I? There you go. Running out of time. Good in there from underneath. 4 seconds to go, nice. Oh yeah, Ruby, I know what you think of when it comes to these levels. The pizza ball. Delivery thing. When Ella's on the way to help. But can they make it to the meetup point? Still some ups and downs in the face in this roller coaster of a chapter. The metal fairy. I love that dialogue. Ouch. Uncle Poppy thinks that the explosion is cool. I didn't really get a lot of the items there, but oh well. You can figure that out yourself. I'm not here to get everything. That is for the players. And here's chapter 5. Like some kind of pizza time explosion. Rescue is finally only a stone's throw away! Let's see what happens to Natalie, Poppy, and their rascally tag-along in the final chapter of episode Pizza! Oh yeah, here's some good dialogue. Yeah, the main besides attacking enemies and such, the main function of the pizza ball is just that it enables you to break blocks beneath you. Which normally, that's the one thing, the one way that you cannot break the blocks. So I think I did some interesting stuff with that idea. Yeah, oops. Wanna lose Crestarola. Oh yeah, the enemies can't hurt you when you're on the rails. Which is just because it was so obnoxious to try and deal with them on the rails, so it's just like, you know what, they can't hurt you. Those enemies aren't real, they can't hurt you. See you later, Harmony. Have a good time at work, I hope. Hey, here's a nice little lore job. Not a lore job, but you know what I mean. Poppy's favorite word, sick. No, Crustarola! How could you? We were so close! Yeah. Crusty Roller, as I like to call her. God, please. Have mercy on me. I'm talking as if I didn't make this game. And I didn't do this to myself as a result. There she is, Ella! Ellie's down there somewhere, she'll catch up, I'm sure it's fine. Alright. And here's the ending. Yay! Glad you're alright. I have no idea what happened. I was coming in to meet you and then all this. I may have had something to do with that. Come on, I'll tell you all about it on the way. What did she do? And it was so nice to get to include Ella again. I haven't done anything with Ella since 2019 when Pizza Time Explosion came out. She's a great character. She's one of my best characters, I think. So I was really happy to get to include her again. I love this fucking scene. I'll speed up the credits. I am so pleased with how Episode Pizza turned out. It's honestly probably my favorite part of the game. So I want this to unlock a costume. Oh hey, probably didn't show up on stream, but Shiny's playing the game now. Who's the cashier in gray area again? That's Ched. That's who they were talking about earlier with the Pizza Time cards. That was Ched. I love how this turned out. Yeah, that's episode pizza. And don't pay attention to that. That's not, does it get named in gray area? Yeah, that's why it's a little bit of a lore drop here that she's named Chad. Oh, do I want to show off zombie mode on this stream? I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm still wanting to save that for people who are playing it. You know, zombie mode exists. The cat's out of the bag on zombie mode existing, but if you want to see it, you either gotta go watch somebody else stream it or play it yourself. God, look at how nice this is now, though. What a fucking improvement. Play zombie mode on stream? Hell yeah, I'm looking forward. Ouch, my ass. My ass touched Spike! Well, I can do better than that. I think I improved the look of the water quite a bit too, if I do say so myself. One thing that's kind of funny though is well, I'll talk about it in a second when you can see it again. Better when it's on screen. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be on screen again in the rest of the level. There we go. Okay, so... I didn't hide food in here, did I? Oh, I did. Oh, this would have been a nightmare in the original version of the game! That's so many blocks to have to fucking break. It's kind of slow even in this version. I don't even want to imagine. I was doing so well, I didn't get hit at all. What a fucking dumbass I am. Oh yeah, Pumpkin Queen Lily is going to stream this game too. I'm not sure how long now that is. She just said tonight. I don't know when tonight that means. I'm keeping an eye out. If it ends up being like during the time when I'm streaming, or like, yeah, like if she starts and I'm still streaming, we'll go raid that channel. Or if Quality Engineering is still streaming when I'm done, so we'll raid. I'm gonna play this for a little while longer. I don't know, well, I wanted this to be kind of a Q&A thing, but there hasn't really been a lot of people here to do Q&A with, so... It's kind of just been more self-directed, like things I want to talk about. Explain. Oh yeah, so I didn't get all the way to the volcano in the original game stream earlier, but oh yeah, I wanted to explain. So see the lava? All the graphics for the lava are exactly the same as they were in the original because I felt like they already looked good and there wasn't really going to be much I could do to improve them, so I was just like, you know what? We don't need to. One thing I did change though, I'll demonstrate here, is you now sink slowly into the lava. Oh shit, what the fuck was that? Hold on. Did I just discover a glitch that I didn't know about? I don't know how that happened. Like, that doesn't normally happen. What the fuck was that? Well, that's a first. So there you go. There's exclusive to Elena Butterfly FlutterBug stream. Getting flung the fuck out of the lava somehow. But yeah, in the original, there was just no collision on the deep lava, and you would just sink straight to the bottom. And I thought that kind of sucked, so instead I made it the slow sinking effect. Like quicksand or something. Also, the volcano snarks didn't like do that skid thing originally. I mean, they did, but like they didn't like tilt and there was no sound. So I think that's a big improvement as well. Those enemies had no sound. There were so many enemies that I just had no sound on in the original. I wonder, getting flung out of the lava like that, it could be some kind of speedrun tech. I don't think so. It probably takes too long to like sink to like make up for the speed of the swoosh that you get out of there. But it would be funny. That's an obscure glitch for sure. I couldn't make it happen again. Absolutely no fucking clue whatsoever why that happened. Yeah, I really love the volcano levels. I was gonna say before I got distracted that my main change that I made to this was going for a lot more purples in the color palette. Oh, another thing I didn't change was that glow animation on blocks with the lava in them. That's another one where I was like, I just nailed that originally. I didn't need to change it. The texture of the blocks changed for sure. You probably noticed on the obsidian, I'm sure you can tell there was some Minecraft inspiration there. When you think of obsidian, like what else do you think of other than Minecraft? So of course I had to look at how Minecraft does obsidian. I remember just sort of the stone texture that I used was inspired by a Minecraft mod thing that somebody was doing. I don't remember what it was exactly anymore. I should probably go try to find it, but they were doing like procedurally generated textures for Minecraft to like sort of make the game a bit more like the textures like a bit more randomized and a bit more naturalistic looking. And they explained like how they were like setting up the rock layers like to be like geologically accurate and that kind of stuff. I thought it had a really nice process for it, and so I tried to do my stone texture the same way. And I think it turned out really good. Let me go back to the mountain real quick. Yeah, the stone texture that I have here on the terrain was based on that one person's Minecraft mod with the naturalistic terrain. It was procedurally generated. I didn't procedurally generate this, I just drew it, but I drew it based off of their procedurally generated stone. Yeah, I think I will say for sure that one of my or like one thing that was definitely good in the original was my level design, because you know, the levels are basically exactly the same as they were in the original. It's just everything else, like the presentation, the feel of the gameplay, is like, you know, mechanics, everything around it has been updated and upgraded. I was trying to figure out, like, what is in the background here? Oh, it's my fucking game. Anyway, I think it wasn't just, I think also it wasn't just randomizing them, it was like making them seamless. That's why it was procedurally generated, so it would generate like across the blocks in a row, you know? So that there wasn't like seams between them, as well as being procedurally generated. It was really neat. You know, I'm like tempted to try and find it now. Let's see if I can find it. Reasonable amount of time. Live on stream. Procedurally generated Minecraft textures. Let's see. Ah, there it is. Yeah, it's just called procedural textures. I think it wasn't actually Minecraft. I think they were making their own Minecraft type game. Yeah, it's called Cubies. C-U-B-Y-Z. Cubies. Cubies. Oh, looks like they've still been working on it. 7 months ago they released it. And 2 months ago they did a big update. That's cool. So yeah, Quantum Developer on YouTube. That was where I got my inspiration for how to do the stone textures in this game. I think they didn't end up using it, funny enough, because they have a video called Procedural Textures, and then the next video is called I Failed Procedural Textures. So I think that they may not have ended up being used. Which is, kind of funny. Yeah, they were working on that for 6 years apparently, so that's cool. Okay, yeah, and then of course, my other favorite, how the outdoor tower areas ended up. Very proud of this. I wish I had time, well, I wish I had motivation to play through more of the original Super Climb Up, because I would love to compare the ghosts. The ghosts went through an extremely drastic change. I think they are, I think they had the biggest redesign out of any enemy in the game. Part of the redesign was to make, because I wanted them to be related to the Mudlings. So I redesigned their face to be similar to the face that I had given the Mudlings in Gray Area. Because the Mudlings also had a different face in the original Super Climb Up. It didn't look like that. But I had the idea that they could be related species, so... like, what if I depict that by giving them similar faces? I was so clever for this. Do you say so myself? Ta-da! Oh yeah, I gotta talk about how I did the graphics here. which is I just took the regular like brick texture that I had and I just stretched it into this shape, right? But I did it with texture filtering, so it kind of blurred it a little bit, right? And then what I went back in and did was change it so that the colors were known as indexed. So the whole image is only made out of a few specific colors. And I set those colors to be the exact original colors that the bricks used before. And so it gives this really nice, smooth look to them, while still only using the same few colors that they used originally. It's a technique that I use a few different places whenever I have like a small graphic and I want to upscale it, but I don't want to have to painstakingly draw it again or like trace it. I just blow it up with picture filtering and then crush the colors back down with dithering. That's the other thing, of course, is that I haven't had dithering. I usually have to do a few touch-ups, of course, because it's just like it's just an algorithmic process. So, you know, similarly to if you were trying to use AI to make something, it's not going to do exactly what you wanted. But at least if it's just a plain algorithm, you know exactly what it's going to do, and you have like control over it the whole time. But even then, if you're having the computer do part of the process for you, a lot of times you're still gonna have to touch it up yourself. Even if it's not as crazy as AI generating something, if the computer did it, it's still not always going to be exactly what you wanted. That's the thing for me. Not to get off topic too much for a second, but that's the thing for me with AI, is that I know how it works, right? I know what it is, and it's just, you know, fundamentally when you get down to it, it's still just the computer doing something for you. And I know from experience working with computers for all my life that the computer doesn't always do exactly what you want, you know? The computer is just doing math, it's just doing an algorithm. And, you know, a computer can be very consistent at things, but it's still not always necessarily going to be exactly what you want, and there's always some amount of manual control that ends up being in the process, no matter what. And AI, if anything, increases the amount of manual input that I would need to use it, so like, even outside of ethical concerns, it's environmental concerns, etc., I still wouldn't use it because it's just, well, I probably could have got it done faster if I just started with it myself, you know? AI viewers now? Crazy. But yeah, that's how I made that. To get back around to where I was. That's how I made this, and I think it turned out good. The fun technique. You know what? I'll throw in. Let's do a sky level. Because I really like the music that Harmony did for these. And I would love to show that off. This is the late post-game stuff that she got. Ouch. I'm the first one to stream this. I showed it a little bit in the trailers though, so it's not like completely a secret or anything. I just kind of want to get people hyped to like make it this far in the game and try this out themselves, you know? Because this is a long game, there's so many fucking things to do, so I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna show this off so that people know what they're missing out on if they don't play all the post-game. If you are a fan of Gray Area and like when I make really challenging platformers, well, this is for you. Here's a challenging platformer for you. like this is when it gets really challenging. Oh. Oh yeah, the other item is over there. I'll get all the items, why not? There we go. Was there something for getting all perfects for a stage in one run? You get a perfect star, but those don't unlock anything, they're just for fun. There you go! And perfect stars are rainbow colored. I guess we can take a look at the bonus levels too. Like, the beach party, for instance, is the new bonus levels for this version of the game. And this is a fun concept I came up with, I think. Having, these are called gabrants. I have them throwing beach balls instead of lava rocks. And they got their little sunglasses and hats on. A little bit of sunscreen on their nose. And this one's really hard. This is a difficult bonus level. Ouch. Ouch. Almost did that. How do you like this one, Ruby? I guess I can make it there, but it doesn't look like it. There you go. Oh, so close. It's fun but difficult. This is a tricky one. Gabrants can be tricky in large numbers. Okay, yeah, so it does make sense to just kind of go over there. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Koala has been doing that and taking a long time. I didn't actually even get the perfect stars myself, I just made sure they were possible. But I didn't get them because they are a little bit crazy and I had things to do, like making the game. So I just did a quick check to make sure that you could do it, but I didn't do it most of the time. I got some perfects, but also they were low priority for me because they're just for fun, you know, don't unlock anything. Ooh, I landed right on top of it. Unlock bragging rights, I say. Oops. Oh yeah, so one thing that's kind of fun about the beach levels, they did, as I like to call it, like that was the part that I like to say felt like doing a ROM hack of my own game. Because I had to just staple them in on top of the existing game. Do you have a graphic somewhere for getting it perfect in every stage? I have a Steam achievement. But there's no, like, in-game acknowledgement for getting all perfect. And I didn't want to, like, emphasize them at all. If you are a crazy person and you wanna do them all, be my guest, but I didn't want to like make people feel like pressured to try and do it, you know. Fuck. I made this one hard. I'm glad there's some hard stuff in this game though, because I was so worried that like this game was gonna be like way too simple and easy, especially after my audience had come to expect like gray area from me, you know? Just sort of a relentlessly difficult platformer. So I wanted to have something in here for people who like hardcore difficult platformers. Let's do it again. Oops. That's tricky, but I was a little bit diabolical with this last section, wasn't I? Ooh. I haven't touched this level I made like a year or two ago. I haven't touched this in ages, so I forgot. I fucking forgot how this was. But also it's a silly level, you know? This is the beach balls and everything. Oh, their hitbox. See, that I might need to fix, because their hitbox seems to extend past the edge of a block. Because you want to kind of just like sidle up to the edge there and then hit them. But it seems to extend a little bit further than you'd think. So that might get patched. Good chance that's patched soon. I'm really only planning like one little update for this game. It's gonna add some more costumes. So I'll probably fold changing the Gabrant hitbox slightly in there. If you beat this stage before the patch, you're a super duper super climb up player. Oh shit, where did I miss an item? Well, I don't give two shits right now. You can go find that item yourself when you play this level. There you go. I had no hints and good time, so oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, as you can see, I haven't unlocked all of these. Well, I mean, I've gotten all the stars before, but I've had some shenanigans with save files, so this is where I'm at. You know what? I'll show off this level too, because here's a little preview for how the Marshmallow and Fruitland remaster is gonna look. And sound. This is the new Marshmallow music that Harmony made. Those enemies aren't gonna be in it. The enemies are from Marshmallow on a Roll. But yeah, the enemies will be there's a Marshmallow sequel I'm planning to make in the near future as well. Enemies will be in that game. Yeah, that's a little peek around at some of the extra stuff in Super Climb Up, and a nice little comparison to the original. Boy, and Koala has been stuck on the same level for my entire stream. Jesus. The perfect stars don't fucking mess around. Especially on World 2. I think I was a little bit on the harsh side with World 2, but that's okay. Oh yeah, that was something I was gonna mention. So World 2 is actually World 5. Because the original game had 4 worlds, the main... So it went 0, 1, 2, 3, and then World 4 was the bonus levels. And so World 5 is the beach, World 6 is the cloud levels, World 7 is pizza time, episode pizza. So there's some shenanigans going on with the level select, where, cause I had to hard code in, okay, if you're at World 0, when you press down it goes to World 5, and then when you're on World 5 it goes to World 2, then it's all normal the rest of the way. And then it's like, okay, and then if you've unlocked World 6, you have to skip from World 3 to World 6, you know, so... there was a little bit of shenanigans I had to include here. But it all worked out, so I'm pleased. Yeah, that's our little wandering around the remaster. Taking a little stroll down memory lane with the original game. I'm gonna set the original Super Climb Up as being free on itch.io following the stream. So if you're interested, you know, if you want to see where this game started, you'll be able to check that out for free very soon. I'll make a little post about it after the stream. Yeah. It's I'm gonna play the new Yoshi game now. Need the game, sir, anymore? Need my Joy-Cons. This arrived today right on time, even though Walmart was like, oh no, we're so sorry, your shipment is delayed, you don't know when it's gonna get to you. And then it managed to get to me on release day, just like it was supposed to. I think the Walmart website just has anxiety. Where's my audio? Oh yeah, I open this. Alright, now let volume on that to level. Now let's check out Yoshi and his fucking book. Yoshi and the serious book. There you go. No, not super climb up. I'm done with that. Yoshi and serious book. There we go. Okay. Okay, so yeah, Pumpkin Queen Lily is gonna start streaming Super Climb Up in an hour. So when we're done with Yoshi, we'll go raid. So we'll play Yoshi for about an hour then.